A little bit about Orgless Hungary's defense, how they actually want to play this one. Looks like they're posturing for the Sombra Doomfist dive with FD God on the Zenyatta and Cass on the Ana. A little bit more safe for the supports on this map. You can sit pretty far away and you get a nice couple of sightlines as well with the Zenyatta. It feels pretty good when you're spamming that gate.
Feels really good. One of the reasons why I do like watching Hanamura is that you can have that double flank support with both the Zenyatta and the Ana, because I find those comps incredibly interesting because it gives you a lot of different options as to where you want to be offensive and where you want to be defensive, because you can play in these different areas and you've got to try and balance out where your Zenyatta can lay down a Discord orb with where your Ana has a sightline from you. It looks for now like Cast and FD God are going to be setting up on this high ground here. We're going to have to see if Wayfast will hack that Mega Health Pack behind them, or if he's just going to be mainly scouting out right now. Of course, he is right up above. We have Orc's offense at the moment. We'll have fed back to his team what to expect in the coming dive. Yep,
there we go. We have Org running that monkey dive, 3-3. I say dive. Oh! Kung is already dead. Danet's back in the action as well. Chubbs going extremely low as Emil does punish the overextension by Chubbs as he was on that landing. Wayfast took a lot of damage to start off the fight, but look at Danet, already at 40% ult charge. Feeling pretty good if you're Doomfist.
And this is really cool from Orgless and Hungary on the defense. They actually have Emil sit up with the two supports on high ground, where we initially saw FD God and Cast sort of sit up. And while FD God and Cast scarpered away from the dive, Emil stayed there and brawled out so the divers from We Have All couldn't freely pursue there, and while Emil was keeping all of those guys busy, Danet gets the opening pick, smashes Kanga into the wall.
Well, round number 2, they are just going to go right-hand side this time. Danet's actually going to go down first. Okay, Zergy finding a nice pick. No resurrections available on the side of Orgless and Hungary, and Wayfast is going to go down also. Mikey A with a beautiful whip shot there. Doesn't mean Orgless and Hungary, they're going to have to prey on their spawns or just give up this point entirely. Looks like they're going to give up the point. 2 members down. A nice boot actually coming through from Krems to send Latex flying, and that will be the point capped.
More cleanly executed right there. Not going for the dive, We Have All. They've realised that Orgless and Hungary were waiting for him to dive so that Emil could tie up their divers while the supports got away. Instead, they waited for Danet to come into them because they knew he could hardly resist such a wonderful ball of ult charge moving forwards, and they managed to take him out so quickly. Only got 35 shielding because, of course, he didn't engage with Seismic Slam. He engaged with Rocket Punch. We could only hit one person. He likely hit a tank who didn't take a huge amount of damage from smacking into a wall.
Oh, my brain hurts. Can you imagine if you could hit multiple people with that Rocket Punch? Speaking of people when hurting, and that's going to be a lot of damage
right there.
Oh, damn it.
That's
4 kills. 4 kills, Nano Doomfist feels good. Damage resistance plus shielding. How many HP did he lose? Oh, almost nothing. Danet, and has ult now. Wow, Orgless and Hungary. Would you look at that? You nano Danet, what happens? You get a team kill.
Well, that seems to be exactly what happened right there. He hit 3 people with a nano-boosted Seismic Slam, and it forced out some barriers from Zergy so that no one could be protected from the hand cannon, which was doing like up to 99 damage per shot. So it's just insane damage you can get out of
Think about that damage in your head. 99 damage per shot. He's got 4 of those he can fire from quick succession. Danet is going to uppercut his way away. Does have ult, and FD God has that trance, but no support ultimates up yet for Orgless and Hungary. They're going to have to wait on that one, but Zergy's nowhere near that Graviton Surge. They're quite lucky.
Zergy's trying to control the high ground right here. Wayfast ready to open this up with the EMP. Looks like he's going to be going for that right now.
Yeah, he does do it, but the problem is that Zenyatta was hiding, and he is going to use that Transcendence to actually match FD Gods on point. Ground pound from Danet. Can't find anybody just yet, although he's found a nice Zenyatta. There is the Graviton Surge after FD God did use that Transcendence. So free kill onto Latex. Danet's going to find a kill onto Zergy. That will be Emil going down as well. Only a tick has been acquired, and the priority spawns are in favour of Orgless and Hungary.
However, potentially a second tick could come through here for We Have All. We need to get these people off the point. Latex has returned with that opening pick onto Kara with the charge of a Reinhardt.
Danet was still alive as well, but Chubbs manages to take him out. Now the trickle comes onto the point. Emil first ends up going down, and now Moira's going to be able to get onto the point also. However, only just managing to touch it in time as that self-destruct was on there also. By so much space. Krems did a good job of making sure everybody had to scatter, and We Have Org end up capping second.
I hate to beat a dead horse, Jaws, but that's exactly what Cast did there with that nano boost. He nanoed Emil when he was getting out of a mech, so he nanoed a dead mech. It gave it 300 extra health, but Emil was ejecting from it anyway. This was the exact same thing that happened when Latex took too much damage, so the nano couldn't reach him in time. Potentially, you need to identify that this is a consistent problem that's happening with these nano boosts. You need to be a little bit more on the trigger and ready to throw those out rather than just waiting for the last moment, because he's just been duped twice here by We Have Org against tanks.
Just didn't, well, underestimate the damage, it seems. You can get killed as Ana as well if you do throw the nano boost out. Does disappear, which does kind of suck also. not having a good time on the Ana. That does mean we have Org end up with a time bank of 4 minutes and 36. They gain 36 seconds over that attack. But August and Hungry, it's their turn to attack. We'll see if they want to run the same thing. Doesn't look like they are going to for the moment in Spawn, but they can change things up, of course. But we have Org are going to do the same thing August and Hungry did on the defense and run the Sombra and the Doomfist. Kara on the Mei. We'll have to see if he... No, he's just trolling. I did think so. He's going to switch back to Lucio.
Thank you for reporting, everyone in chat. You see the battle tag, you know what to report. He's evidently griefing here on an official stream, so rest in peace, Matt Korea.
Unlucky Kara. Sorry, mate. He's like, no, I was Zen the whole time. I was Zen. No, that wasn't me.
I promise, I was Zen.
That's kind of,
he's going to have to turn that flight to overdrive, George. He's only got 10 seconds left to get back to this particular area. You can see Chubbs right now is ready once again with Zergy to make the same sort of entrance. The question is, will August and Hungry also make the same dive that we have Org did the first time, or move through as sort of ball of death that we saw on their second attack, which was far better at trying to take out Daned when he came in to try and attack.
That's why I thought he was switching to Lucio, because he was trolling a little bit. You can get to the point pretty quickly. Well, they are, and he is back to the point. A little bit of a distraction to start off with, as Mikey does try a little bit of ultimate. Latex jumping about half HP. That's going to be a bit of a problem. Zergy switching over to the Doomfist, of course, as well. He's going to show his skills off on that hero. Going extremely low there, high behind the rock. But a nicely placed right click from Wayfast ends up taking him out first.
Daned managing to isolate a couple of members, and August and Hungry have full control of the point right now. We have all need to decide what they're going to do, and they need to decide fast, George.
Mikey is going to go down fairly low, has to back out of the point to start off. Kara falling here, lack of healing now available for We Have Org to defend the point. Krems is going to get demeched on the point also. Kanga had to make the difficult decision, nade his team or nade himself to stay alive. Did neither, and 7 minutes are awarded to August and Hungry for their attack on second.
And crucially, they have almost all three of their sport ultimates, which could be great tools of momentum. Zergy's going to try and scupper that right here, but Latex already on him, protected by both his own bubble and Vazaya.
Chubbs has Primal Rage as well, so he could stall out the point for a long time here. Cass with the Coalescence is going to take out Zergy. And EMP off to the sidelines, doesn't really catch all of anybody, but Cass, so he's going to go down to that self-destructive Krems. Emil's mech is actually going to meet the same fate. Chubbs even is going to activate the Primal Rage, eventually taking out Wayfast, and a quick reset from Dan as he does jump off the edge. They're going to stop and halt the push for the time being, but what was actually used in that fight? It was really only the Rally and the Coalescence. They still have that grab online.
We Have Org had to use 5 ultimates there to scupper that push, but I do believe it was worth it, George. They were in a position where they could have been rolled over so quickly by momentum, and now the Rally armor's not going to be there. Wayfast's going to be a lot more vulnerable. He's going to be a primary target here because they know Wayfast is going to have that Graviton.
Beautiful uppercut by Zergy. You can see his health bar just increasing. There is the Graviton Surge right on top of Chubbs. Does get nano boosted, so a little bit of extra HP. Doesn't help. He gets chunked through a fair bit. Didn't actually use any of that damage boosted nano there to actually get any damage off. He was just too scared.
Go on point, boys. Go on point.
Are they going to touch?
No.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that'll do.
All right. Krems actually couldn't get near the point. It looked like Wayfast actually booped him down the stairs. And round 2 completion in maybe an extra couple of minutes. We'll have to see. I honestly was just looking at the point itself. There you go. Just under 2 minutes extra. 5 minutes and 51 seconds. We're going to go again.
That was a curious map right there, Jaws.
Yeah. Hanamura is a curious map.
Well, we go again.
Yeah.
Quite literally. Both teams actually gain time over the course of their attacks.
So. Imagine seeing a 7-minute time bank though, or like just under 7 minutes, like 6 minutes or something. Obviously, it is only 9 seconds off, but that's a pretty daunting time bank if you do say so. We Have Org are obviously going to be on the attack first, as they do have less time in their own time bank, and August and Hungry are on the defense. We'll see if they want to run with the same thing again with FD God, Wayfast and Daned on the Doomfist and Sombra.
We Have Org, of course, potentially having learned from their first attack, may not decide to go for that dive again, but instead just sort of like circumvent their way around and go on to the point, because it looks like when these attacking teams decide to claim the territory of a point as their own, rather than try and force a dive onto vulnerable supports, that's when they're in the best position to try and take that objective, because it means that you have to try and play as the defense, half on the point, but also play in the sightlines of your supports. When you're against so many potential boops from a Lucio, from a Diva, from a Brigitte, they can easily get you into a corner where you don't have that sightline for your supports, where the Ana can't heal you, and they have to try and expend a bardic grenade potentially to heal you up, and that could be used well in other ways.
Ooh. Nice bit of Sombra check in there. Wayfast is going to have to use that Translocator to get back. Is fairly low, but probably will land on health pack. Daned using that uppercut to get a lot of shielding to start off the fight, and already is Mikey A falling very low, so he's going to have to back off, but so is Daned.
Latex found himself alone on the point right there. Danet's going to have to go and get himself a little bit of extra health, and at the moment Latex is actually falling down on the point, and we have Orga claiming all the space they need.
Yeah, when you have to go get your own health back, that's a lot of time. You are actually out of the fight. That is one tick acquired by We Have Org. Zergy and Krems are pretty low, but it's now the trickling of members from August and Hungry onto the point once more. Emil is going to go down and demexed fairly quickly. Wayfast is fighting out in the sidelines too. Has almost built himself up towards an EMP, but look how quickly these teams are taking first point. Zergy finds himself 2 kills at the end. 65% on that ultimate. Not quite there just yet. That does mean FD God's going to have a lot of time to build that trans.
Indeed, he will. Wayfast will be trying to change this first push with that EMP early, of course. Here comes the engagement from Danet, but it's taken down by Krems. It's a trade though, Jaws. This can work out for the defense.
Chubbs is going to go down as well. Zergy just farming up Emil. That's maybe not available that quickly, as FD God only 5% away. Zergy's going to throw out the ultimate, but the self-destruct might just protect them. Inside the bubble, only just managing to destroy it in time. Didn't quite get FD God though, as he was in that transcending form. Emil going down, and a beat to try and elongate the fight might just work out for We Have Org right now. They are on the point. Their tick has almost been acquired. Kara's going to find Wayfast as well with the boop.
So he's got a huge amount of energy and a Discord Orbit Monkey in front of him, which is going to give him a huge amount of ult charge, but Emil's going to try and open this up with a self-destruct.
Self-destruct. It was actually right on top of Cass there. Cass is extremely low, healing people from the high ground. Danet forced to use that Meteor Strike up into the air in order to get out alive. It's going to hit someone also to gain a little bit more shielding and kill off Krems in the process. August and Hungry still have the defense advantage, but a Graviton Surge straight on top of Danet just ends his life rather promptly.
FD God's on his own right now and facing up against a large number of We Have Org members. They've got to get on the point, Jaws.
Wayfast going up, just stalling extra time. Here comes the ball as well. Emil is going to touch, but Kunga laying Discord Orb after Discord Orb inside the point means no one really is going to survive all that long. Cass is going to take out Kunga in the end as he was near his Transcendence, but there are way too many bodies from We Have Org on the point, and they end up capping.
Cast there trying to keep himself alive with both a Harmony Orb and his projected Healing Orb as well, but wasn't on the point. He was trying to play around that corner, but was off it for a little bit too long, and that means that We Have Org will get the full capture. That took him about 1 minute and 30 seconds to get that entire thing, Jaws.
Feels pretty good if you're We Have Org right now. 2 minutes and 43 left in the time bank.
I think we're going to go to 8-8.
Yeah, it feels like we are at this point, yep. Only a little bit of time lost, really. That's pretty impressive after 2 rounds. 5 minutes and 50, though, for August and Hungry. An even better time bank for them. We Have Org got rolled over last time on first extremely quickly. August and Hungry had 7 minutes and 2 seconds available to them attacking second point. We'll see if they can do the same again.
Question is, how are We Have Org going to change up their defensive playstyle to try and counter what they saw out of August and Hungry? Because August and Hungry, they don't need to change anything here, Jaws. Their first attack was pretty flawless. There wasn't really anything that they could improve about that potentially, apart from maybe being a little bit more on the ball when we see Latex leap in. We'll have to see.
Latex has been leaping in rather early, more often than not. We'll see if he does do the same thing again. It was about half HP. Did leap end up to the back right to try and get the mini health pack? And at that point, like you mentioned before, if you're out of LOS or your healers, like your Ana, for example, even the Harmony Orb can get detached if you do stay out of the Zenyatta's line of sight for too long. That can leave your team in a bit of a sorry situation because you are scurrying around for health packs at that point.
But you can weigh up how much it's worth that you are a distraction that demands resources from the enemy team, especially if you can lay down your shield and block off a long sight line like Kanga might be exploiting with that Ana.
Well, it does look like Zergy looking for a potential in here. He's on the high ground with the Doomfist. They are setting up the same way they did before with the Doomfist on the high, and then Mikey A as well, just farming at the back line. Rocket Punch is going to get cancelled, but that ground pound, the seismic slam, isn't going to do too much either. Has to get naded himself in order to stay alive for the time being. Mikey A is already up to 80% EMP charge, doing a good job of it so far, but already on the point at August and Hungry.
Latex has claimed that central area, and so has Chubbs with this barrier, trying to make sure that neither team can get as much healing as they would like, but look at FD God, he's healing everyone up.
Oh, Mikey actually gets stunned up by Danet and taken out the moment he actually got EMP. Chubbs is going to be the last one left to stall out on the point for not much longer. He, again, had ultimates so close also. Now, August and Hungry, they're going to have 5 minutes and 20 seconds in the time bank to attack second point, but they're going to be running into Mikey A's EMP.
Indeed they are. Mikey is going to have to shut down this thick and fast. Way fast going to be the main target. 200 HP will be stripped away instantly by the EMP. The rest needs to be quickly taken.
There we go. Stripped away from the Diva was all her abilities. Danet and Latex are going to fall. Didn't actually touch Wayfast in the end. Does mean he's going to be able to charge up a little bit more here, earn himself a grab. One EMP wonder even for We Have Org are going to be able to save the rest of their ults for the next fight.
Oh, they should have let Krems die here. Okay, Krems actually just going to throw himself off the edge. I was wondering why the supports were healing up Krems when Krems, of course, does have self-destruct. He can't afford to go in and change over, lose that ultimate in order to get the mech back. But I forgot you can just take a long walk off of a short pagoda.
Yeah, he does end up resetting.
Look at all these ult draws, so many ticks.
Yeah, getting his mech. Feels good if you're We Have Org right now, but feels good if you're hungry as well. There's the rally to start off the fight. Danid's going to use that one. Emil actually gets knocked down there. Thruster's not available to be used now. Actually gets hacked in midair also. Is forced to actually back off ever so slightly, but the rally is going to provide him with a lot of armor. There is the Meteor Strike right on top of a grab. Unlucky Zergy. That'll be 2 self-destructs thrown in midair as well. That's going to be absorbed by Wayfast, so now he's about 100% charge, and Emil can't actually remech after that self-destruct either, as he was actually killed by Krems. We have Org, man advantage on the point right now, but Kara going down could be the in that they need, because Wayfast is going to have a very easy time charging up off a lot of these tanky members.
Well, he'll be able to charge up if he's dead. Krems takes care of that, and now Cast finds himself on his own, fading off of that same area. And what was really so important there was the fact that they managed to get those early picks and managed to isolate Danid as well. And Danid can be such a menace in those fights where everyone begins to clump up. You can hit so many of those flail shots. And when you can get those isolated stuns, everyone can really focus on one target, take them down super quickly.
All ultimates pretty much were expended by both teams. However, Mikey A built up himself up another EMP, so this could be a one ult wonder of a fight. We'll have to wait and see. He does have to hit Wayfast though. You hit him, it's pretty much game over for the rest of August and Hungary. However, Cass has that coalescence. Has to be rather careful though, because if he gets EMP'd, it's pretty much all done.
It can be. Everyone getting EMP'd in the back by Mikey A, and there it is. Kill after kill, Jaws.
Yep, Zergy claiming a couple. Same with Krems. Massacre from an EMP. Oh, EMP is quite a frustrating ultimate to actually forego.
Oh, no, not
and a
like
big
this.
sleep onto Emil as well. They're going to try and attempt to stall him out for as long as possible, getting the body box going as well. Oh, if he knocked him off, that would have been all
Zergy
over.
can uppercut him when he tries to... okay.
No, he just punched him off the edge.
He's going for punch instead. I would have given him the uppercut so we had a longer travel time down. You got to get this down to a science, lads. It was a valiant attempt, but I'm going to give that one a B+.
That's an additional, what, second?
Yeah, man. Every second counts when you're playing this time bank, and now we actually have a larger time bank than Orgless and Hungary. They've made sure that they've put these extra rounds to their use, and we have definitely changed up their defensive style as well. They're no longer letting Orgless and Hungary control the tempo. It's all about making sure we get the engagement that they want.
And if they can win fights just with one ultimate from Mikey A, that's very, very good for them. Zergy is going to use that Meteor Strike to gain a lot of shielding and actually get out of a sticky situation rather quickly. Zergy going to go down though to Cass as he does use that coalescence. They are going to be able to contest the point for a little bit longer here, and a rally coming out from Danid is good news for them. Wayfast at 85% ult charge as well is going to be able to farm off that mech, but the issue is right now, August and Hungary once more, we have Org even once more still have that advantage of spawn timings. Latex and Danid falling, August and Hungary sent packing for the time, and look at that ult bank as well they've managed to acquire.
I would have preferred to have seen Nano onto another target if it wasn't Chubbs while the rally was active from Danid, because all of that additional armor which was being thrown out meant that Chubbs wasn't able to do a huge amount of damage with a Tesla coil. Even when you do have the Nano boost, you're still only doing about 45 DPS against armor, which gets halved. Usually it would be 90, but it's 45 against armor, so not quite as effective as you would wish against a team that didn't have that stacking rally.
Extremely quick re-engage here for August and Hungary. They got a lot of ults to work with, but the EMP from Mikey A to start things off with. Both tanks in the back line didn't actually get inflicted with that at all, and Crumbs on the side actually was all alone in that entire engagement, but doesn't seem to matter. Okay, the self-destruct on the stairs ends up claiming 2 lives. FD God getting a little bit of revenge as he does lay down that sound barrier as well to prevent Zergy from doing a lot of damage with that Meteor Strike. He also gets Nano, but has to hightail it out in a 1v5 situation. Even a Nano Doomfist can't do all too much. Wayfast, hot on the shield, also is going to protect his Brigitte from death.
Not a huge fan of that sound barrier when 2 people are already dead, but they're using the Graviton as well against the Primal Raging Winston. They'll get that kill, but what's it worth? Jaws have got 45 seconds remaining. You got to make the jump, my dude.
Oh, Coalescence coming out as well, but the Transcendence to match from Kara. Now everybody's kept alive. Self-destruct onto the point. Kara should be more than fine, as he is immortal when he is activating that Transcendence. Kunga falling here as well, so no main heals when we have Org available to them. Wayfast charging his ult fairly quickly, but the main target has to be Zergy. Can survive so long on the point on the Doomfist. And now the staggering members of We Have Org are coming out onto the point of even seeing a May come through. 2 ticks have been acquired and 15 seconds remain. Mikey A with a big EMP, and still Chubbs is managing to get on. Activating that adaptive shield is getting so much barrier. Latex finds the kill onto Kunga, and 3 seconds now remain of otherwise it's going to be the series win for We Have Org. Oh, no, Orgless and Hungry even. A Graviton Surge onto the side. We have Org end up falling at the last hurdle. Orgless and Hungry are going to make sure this one's a draw.
Well, not quite, Jaws, not quite. Now We Have Org can potentially attack and get their first map win of this series. But what's important here is that because Orgless and Hungry did this in overtime, it means they do not get their own attack. Now there is 2 minutes and 45 seconds within which We Have Org can claim this map if they can claim just 33% of point A. And let's look back at the precedent that's been set here by these teams. Point A has always been easy as pie, Jaws. I don't see a situation in which We Have Org do not claim this map.
I baited myself and I baited everybody else.
You baited yourself. You played yourself.
I feel bad. I feel awful.
It's because the names are so similar, man. Just messes with your brain.
Like, okay, we get it.
Jaws has got like a forehead vein pulsing, trying to figure out which name is which.
It's true. It feels bad and it hurts a little bit, I'm not going to lie. Defense for Orgless and Hungry. Cannot claim the win, like you said. We Have Org can, however, still opt for a draw, though, which would be a
series win.
In favour. Yeah.
The draw would be the series win for Orgless and Hungry, because, of course, then We Have Org could only get 1 point.
I need to sit down.
You do need to sit down. Where's the beanbag? Oh,
it disappeared.
Okay, our usual beanbags are missing. That's good. That's going in the after cast report.
Did you have a beanbag when you were a kid? I feel like every kid had a beanbag when they were younger.
No, I had a rough childhood. No beanbag.
No beanbag for Legday. Hashtag get Legday a beanbag. Well, We Have Org on the offense. Now we get to see what they want to run out of the gate. Like you said, rather poor defenses at first point for both these teams, so I can't imagine 33% isn't going to be much of an issue. Daned looking from the skies on the Doomfist. He's going to be able to spot everybody out.
Punch.
Yeah, but it gets out of in 4 seconds. He should be okay.
Good rotations here from We Have Org to really try and force out. Oh, have they managed to isolate the Ana here? If they have, this could be deadly.
Oh, Daned is going to go down, though. That's really big. Uh-oh. Got to be careful, Emil. Don't feed anymore. Oh, Daned's going to be very quick back to point, however, and We Have Org are going to be on the offensive. Kunga falling. Caster's going to follow, and in fact, a whole kill feed full of Wayfast getting 3. That will be the D-Mech on Krems and Mikey A going down as well. We Have Org have the short respawns, but look, 3 members now on the point. That'll be Zergy charging up very nicely as well. We Have Org doing a good job of just securing kill after kill. Daned is going to come back with a vengeance and find 1. In fact, find 2 as Kara ends up going down. Orgless and Hungry have stabilized for the time.
Not quite as decisive as we would like. Daned holding on by the skin of his teeth, and Cast will have time to get back now. Was taken out rather early, and it's a long commute back with that Ana. But he does almost have that nano booster. Doesn't want to swap over, and that can be applied to Latex here, because Mikey A has already used that rally. So potentially, Kanga can be a great target here for a nano boosted Winston, because he doesn't have that armor.
Emil's going to go and find the remech, and Wayfast actually having that EMP. Could be a big combo they're looking for, and Cass with that nano boost as well. Latex is getting bullied on point by Krems and by Zergy, who's a very, very high charge if he's not careful. Now Graviton Surge is available. Big EMP does come out, and a self-destruct as well. Might just catch him off guard. Kara's going to go down. Latex is going to find Zergy as well. They're still defending the point as the hack does come through as well onto the Winston. Does result in a lot more charge as well for Wayfast, up to 20% on that Sombra. Looking pretty good. And only 45 seconds now remain for We Have Org.
A lot of time has been spent here, but a lot of ultimates from Orgless and Hungry as well, and now Zergy's got a pretty clear landing strip upon which to lay this Graviton Surge. We've seen Emil eat these before in the dire straits, Jaws. He has eaten these Gravitons. He reads Zergy like a book sometimes. The question is, can he do it this time?
They've got Transcendence as well to keep them live during the fight. Daned taking out Zergy straight up. That Graviton Surge is going to come out. Emil's not going to be eaten just yet. Daned is going to fall to Chubbs, however. An Nano Boost onto Latex as he marches towards the enemy team, but the issue is right now, We Have Org. They've got a sound barrier going off. There will be Latex end up falling as he does try to jump to the skies. Caster's going to go down as well. Chubbs is going to follow up. Pretty easy, clean sweep. There you go. We knew it wasn't going to last that long. We Have Org eventually claim the point and are still in the series.
Perfect rotation of support ultimates there. You saw the Transcendence into the sound barrier, making sure everyone was going to be safe at every juncture on that charge forward. We opened up with the Trance, pushing everyone forward, and then when they tried to counter it as the Trance began to dissipate with the nanoed Latex Winston, that's when the sound barrier came down and saved everyone, made sure that they could survive on the point for a long time. They took advantage of the fact that Orgless and Hungry, I almost said We Had Org as well, Orgless and Hungry had to invest so much in that last fight.
Just like we're going to a quick break though, it's 2-1 in the series thus far to Orgless and Hungry. We're going to see you for map number 4 very soon. Welcome back, guys. Orgless and Hungry versus We Have Org. Right now, 2-1 scoreline in favour of Orgless, as we just saw Hanamura go over to We Have Org. Could this be the comeback where they were waiting for?
Well, Orgless are going to be able to choose their first map of this set as we move into Escort. Of course, they do have a choice of either Route 66 or Dorado, as our opening graphics showed on our first desk. So let's think about where potentially they're going to go. Do you have an idea where you'd see more Doomfist? I know you're playing more rank than I am these days, and you see a lot more Doomfist there.
There's too much Doomfist in rank is all I'm saying. But maybe they go to Dorado. Is there such a thing? Yes. In my rank games anyway. Dorado, I think, would be the map choice of Orgless and Hungry, because they can run the fire here as well.
Or way fast on a Widow, potentially.
Here's a potential. We did see a little bit of on Hollywood, not as much as obviously we'd like. There was a little bit more tank play. Sombras as well have been pretty good. However, Dorado, not really the most somber map of them all. Like, there aren't that many health packs on the defense, really. They're more on the side of the offense and fairly easy to get to if you're on attacking side. So Dorado, maybe not the best somber map in the world, but I wouldn't mind seeing Wayne Faust and Widow, that's for sure.
I guess if you think that potentially Latex can win out that Reinhardt duel against Chubbs, you might go to Route 66, but it does like Dorado is going to be our primary pick, like we theorized earlier, and I'm hoping this means we get some way fast Widow, because this is really where you can excel on Widow. And not only that, that first stretch where the payload just moves around the corner from the first attacker spawn can be a great area to have both your flex supports, just like on Hanamura with the Zenyatta and the Ana, because they can sit up on the high ground and your tanks can sort of engage and stall in that central thoroughfare.
We have Org on the offense. Org is Hungry starting out on the defense. One map away from claiming this series are Orgless. However, we have Org looking for the reverse sweep.
On that fifth map.
They want that fifth map, man. They need to win Dorado first, though. Org is Hungry on the defense. Looking like they're going for the same kind of setup they did on Hanamura, with the defensive Sombra and Danid on the Doomfist.
Debate all of you who have decided to hashtag who win. Our tiebreaker map is Nepal. If we head there, that'll be rather interesting. But for now, let's focus on the present. Spoxes has been put in for We Have Org. Zergi's returned to his resting place to bring his trackball back. Do you charge up a trackball? Are they wireless?
No, they're not. They've got to be wired. It would be pointless to have a wireless trackball. Because it's a trackball. I don't know how else to put that.
I haven't used a trackball. I don't really know how they work.
I'm trying to think the last time I used one.
I used to play on a team with a person who used a trackball. My Lucio player had a trackball.
That's weird.
Yeah.
On a Lucio. I was trying to think if you could maybe turn that into like a DJ deck somehow, because it's the same kind of circular motion maybe, but not really.
Just role-playing the entire time.
Exactly. You might as well get into it. Spoxes has come in. He's going to be on that brig. Mikey A on the solo DPS, the 1-2-3 with Sombra.
And we are seeing FD God and Cast, like we said, the double flank support up on the high ground, being able to really fire down a huge amount of both fire and healing through this main thoroughfare. Way fast, gonna be using that SMG from up on high, just a little bit of warning fire here. Danid has yet to decide where he wants to take his engagement, because once he commits, he is very much committed, Jaws.
Yeah, FD God is going to go down first, though. Danid is going to hightail it out. They know as that Zenyatta's dead, that's a lack of healing on their side, and Cass is going to fall too, so no healing available at all for Orgless and Hungry right now. Latex going extremely low as well. Does mean Chubbs can basically farm for free. Same with Krems. He kills off Way Fast and Latex. However, Mikey A falling, does lose a little bit of energy. Shouldn't be too hard to actually get that back, however. Dying on car to the rest of Orgless and Hungry, and Latex swapping over to the Hamster.
Chubbs there towing the line expertly, just about managing to stay alive while also taking out Cars and another member of Orgless and Hungry. And this is where Cars can be incredibly vulnerable. We talked about it on Ilios. There's not a huge amount of peeling potential here, especially with Latex now on the wrecking board. He's going to make his engagement, but he's going to have to potentially get out of there rather quick.
Bada bing, bada boom, does throw himself onto the cart, and Danith throws himself on top of Kunga Kunga, who is going to go down to a seismic slam. There's the Meteor Strike straight on top of the cart, and the self-destruct is going to match also. Kara is going to evaporate as Latex takes out Spoxes too. A very quick re-engagement from the Wrecking Ball, halted the cart as well, 5 meters from that first point. He is going to go down, and Chubb's actually throwing himself in with the Primal Rage. It's going to feed so much ult charge now, as he got instantly hacked by Wayfast when he got in.
Latex is actually going to be staying on the Wrecking Ball. I thought he may have been standing still to allow himself to die so that he could potentially come back on that Winston. But no, he's decided that he wants to stay on Hammond, and allow himself a little bit more of this swinging around, potentially lay down a minefield, but Wayfar's going to have to open this up with the EMP. He's got all 6 in his sights.
Straight into the EMP and a bio grenade as well onto 3 members. Kunga left with 50 HP, gets taken down by Latex. Emil's going to chase everybody up as well. Danet's going to do the same. Almost seismic slams the Lucio. Doesn't manage to get anybody, but still, Orgless and Hungry winning that team fight with only 1 ult.
People need to stop healing these baby divas when they're trying to die.
But I want my ult charge. I'm the support. I need the nano or the trance, man.
Because you're really just like draining your own time bank here. Spox is there, throw a repair pack onto Krems, and he couldn't have come in.
He's like, stop healing me. He's trying to out LOS his healers. Like, no, don't chase me, please.
Well, Cartier has a nano boost ready to go, but he's going to be a primary target for a dive coming in from We Have Org. Almost got that Graviton Surge ready to go. Has Mikey A.
Oh, Danet with the... Oh, no. This is so scary, but that Transcendence being opened up fairly early on. Oh, Spox is wrong place, wrong time. But a beautiful boop actually stops Danet from seismic slamming Spox is there into the wall. That will be Latex re-engaging with a Graviton Surge. Gets completely eaten and denied by Krems. Beautiful play. Or by Emil, sorry. I didn't actually see Mike A throw that one out. I'm not going to lie to you. We have Org are going to be able to stabilize. Kara is going to go down, but the rest of the team are going to be in a more of a safe position behind this wall. Latex and Wayfast are going to make their lives a little bit harder, though, as they do take out Chubbs and Spoxes. Mikey A's grab getting eaten here, and that will result in their push being thwarted completely. Now they're going to have to run into Wayfast again with the EMP.
Emil here definitely on a high-density diet. Mikey A's going to have to build straight back up to that one, and we have Org running on empty right now. George Chubbs is the closest one to that primal rage, but Wayfast is ready to go with the EMP. He's going to be waiting to see where the Zenyatta is. He's going to be the primary target, but he'd open it up.
As soon as Spox is turned around, the EMP came out and the bio grenade was good. Danet finds 2. Latex as well lays the mine straight on top of the cart. No hope for We Have Org to push towards this second point. Chubbs once again trying to stall for as long as he can, but the issue is he's in primal rage and 1000 HP and a Discord orb. You're good as dead. Orgless and Hungry end up defending first.
Great play there from Orgless and Hungry. Very much a dominant performance, but let's also talk about what we saw to try and mitigate Danet there when he was the Nano Doomfist, because it was some great team play. We saw Kara get the boop while he was doing the Seismic Slam to put him behind a wall, which meant the Seismic Slam was rather ineffective, couldn't get the target he wanted, and we also saw Krems focusing the defense matrix, making sure that hand cannon, which can do 99 damage per shot, not including headshot damage, and you can do like 3 of them a second, making sure all of that was mitigated. It really managed to save their Brigitte from Spoxes and allows them to carry on that fight for a little bit longer. But unfortunately, Orgless and Hungry, they are consistently outplaying every single member if We Have Org in these one-on-one scenarios, and some great mechanical skill coming to bear here, already being shown off by this side.
Well, now Orgless get their chance to attack. 81 meters, not even a cap on first for We Have Org. That means Orgless and Hungry can play around a little bit here. They really can just test the waters when it comes to compositions. They could run out the gate with the Widowmaker, potentially. I'm not sure if Emil's actually going to stick on that. We'll have to wait and see. Danet switching over to the Genji. Fairly impressive last weekend, but can he run it again? That is the question. We've only ever seen him on Doomfist this week.
I know a little bit about Emil's history, and he used to be a pretty proficient hit scan player as well, a really good Soldier 76, so it's not beyond the realms of reason that he would be able to come out on a Widowmaker for a short span of time and try and hit a couple of shots here and there as one of those players who is great with hit scan, but of course he will be moving back to that Diva. But Emil is well able to do that, so potentially Orgless and Hungry do have the resources to run out with a triple DPS build should they so require. But Wayfast, please do it. Bring out the Farah.
Oh yes, FD got changed over to the Mercy as well. Super hard to counter at if you're We Have Org in this situation. They're really looking at Kara doing the majority of the damage with the help of the Discord orb. Emil trying to take control of the high ground, but look, Wayfast sitting way far back. No one's going to be able to touch her whatsoever. Although, maybe going back, potentially. Not entirely sure. Latex is sticking on the Wrecking Ball. Danet's actually going to find Chubbs, who didn't end up using that sleep, is actually going to only just get out with the help of that particle barrier. Latex tried to roll him over. He's going to be able to get him inside, and that is going to be the end of Chubbs and the end of Spoxes and Kara as well to follow up. Wayfast killing of Spoxes. This is very bad news for We Have Org. They're going to be able to make one more re-engage.
Maximum value there from Wayfast, managing to knock down both the Zenyatta and the Ana with one concussive blast, and now FD God. on the Mercy is going to be giving way fast. That damage boost, so we can lay down all these rockets one after another, potentially build up towards that barrage incredibly quickly.
Kara's already dead. Way fast finds one kill. Chubbs is going to fall as well. Orgless and Hungry just going to end this right here, right now. A beautiful nade actually onto the mech of Krems as well. That baby Diva didn't stand a chance. People trying to get back onto the point, but another boop on Spox's sends him flying, and Orgless and Hungry with a dominating performance on Dorado end up taking the series 3-1.
Way fast really leveraging that new lower cooldown that we see on the concussive blast to move people around a lot more effectively, and being able to take the We Have Org support line off of the high ground where they were relatively safe was so instrumental. Especially, it means that Danny doesn't have to invest his rising uppercut if he wants to get up there and do that damage. He can just seismic slam straight away on the level ground or use the rocket punch straight away and can save that for his engagement.
Even Latex with a heads-up play turning into the ball did push in the Winston inside the small house, just meaning that no heal could actually get to him. Isolated him completely. Easy kill for the Wrecking Ball, and that was it. All long and gone for the rest of We Have Org. Orgless and Hungry looking pretty strong. 3-1 in the series. We're going to jump over to the desk. They're going to break down those two maps right now.